Alright, today I'm going to be showing you how to make probably one of the most simplistic thumbnails you can make for Siege or really any game. This method can be used for any first-person shooter or games like it. So first you're going to start out with the quick selection tool. It'll be under the object selection tool, a little icon looks like that. You want to right click and choose quick selection tool. You should have a little circle with a plus in it. I like to make mine size 25. Hardness 100, spacing 1000%, angle 0, roundness 100%, size, pen pressure. And then you just want to go around and just click. It'll make little boxes and it'll keep expanding the size of this box. And all you want to do is just have this box around the entirety of the gun. Hand included, anything, whatever you want highlighted that is not the background. If you don't want the hand to be showing well, like it's going to get blurred. If you want it to be blurred, then I would say do not highlight it. So I'm probably going to fast forward here while I do this, and see you in a bit. And a quick little tip for any of these smaller crevices, just make the size smaller. I changed mine to 5. I can get in, make this tighter fit. It doesn't necessarily have to be perfect, just as long as it's close enough, you'll more than likely be fine. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, once you're at this point, you want to go down below the layers. There should be a rectangle with a circle. You want to click that, and now all you should see is the gun on a transparent background. You want to right click on the layer of the gun, duplicate layer, name it whatever you want. Click on the first layer, not the copy, the first layer. You want to click on the black and white box, not the actual background part, the black and white box, and then you want to backspace, and I'll delete it. Now you have these two layers. One of them is the gun, one of them is the background and the gun. So once you're at this point of both of these layers, you want to click on the first layer, go to Edit, and click Sky Replacement. Might take a little bit for this to load, but just let it load, and I'll show you what to do. You can copy my settings while it loads for me, but other than that, just let it load. And now that it has loaded, you can clip the drop down menu and you can pick any one of these skies. It doesn't matter, it's your choice. Just pick any one that you like. Any of them will do. Show you these two. These two are probably my favorite ones to use. For this one, I'm going to use this pretty colorful sunset. Just click off that. You can mess with the brightness of it a little. You can make it a little bit more orange, a little bit more blue. Up to you. I'm going to make mine a little bit more blue. Brightness down a little bit. Color adjustment. Change that a tad. Alright. These are the settings I'm using. Apply it to yours. Doesn't matter what settings you use, it's your preference. And then from here, you should have a little folder with a drop down next to it. Click the drop. That'll make it much smaller. Now click on either one of these, doesn't matter. And then hold down Control and just click on the other one. Right click on either one of them, merge layers. Now this is all one thing, the background and the sky. From here, go up top to Filter, Blur, Lens Blur, and you can copy my settings. These are probably some of the best settings you can use. It's all perfect. And then click OK. So now that we're at this point, you're going to go to Adjustments. It might be in your Properties and Info tab, but mine's up here. For the bottom one, only add vibrance, but for the gun layer, add brightness, contrast, and vibrance. Now for the gun layer, brightness, contrast, set the contrast to 100, and then the brightness level is up to you. Just have it to match the background a little bit. You don't want it to be too bright, don't want it to be too dark. And then you do not want your vibrance to be too high, or else it'll be too much per se. And you can mess around with the background settings. I think this is a little bit too vibrant, so I'm going to drop this down to 25 and see how that looks. That looks a lot better. Once you're here, you can merge each vibrance to the specific layer you want it at. And if it's not already with these arrows so that it's only applying to this layer, all you do is you hold down Alt, go in between the layer, and you can unequip it to that layer or equip it to just that layer. It's up to you. Also, if you want to do brightness and contrast to both, do it. It's your opinion. You make the thumbnail however you want. So, merge these layers again. If you want to be done here, you can be done here. No one's stopping you. It's your thumbnail. What I like to do is go and just add whatever rank logo you want. For this, I'm just going to use champion. Everyone uses champion. It's just a clickbait image, pretty much. You can rotate it a little bit, but I like to add drop shadow, just like that, and boom, that's what we're at. Or if you don't want to have the champ logo, I'll hide that. You can add whatever text you want. So you can just put ranked highlights, whatever you want. This is one of the fonts that I use more often. It's called Obelix Pro. Pretty clean font. Not too bad. You can use whatever font you would like, but I would recommend Obelix Pro. You can color the text whatever you want it to be, add drop shadow. I like to add drop shadow, but it's up to you. And this is probably one of the more simplistic thumbnails you can make, and I hope you enjoy.